Hello students, welcome back to science class. Students, in the previous lectures, we were discussing about the chapter Diversity in Living Organisms. In that, we discussed various kingdoms, various phylums and various classes. Now, in the continuity of that lectures, today we are going to discuss the three different classes of the phylum Vertebrata and the kingdom Animalia. Now, these three classes are class Amphibia and class Reptilia and the class Aves. We are going to discuss about the basic features of the animals belonging to all these three classes. Now, the first we take the example or the basic features of the class Amphibia. Students, as we have discussed earlier in the plants, that there were also amphibians, which we call them as bryophytes, because these type are found both in water and the land. Now, the animals belonging to Amphibia, they are found both on the land and in the water. They are cold-blooded animals. They can change their body temperature according to the outer temperature. They are found in both land and water, as I have told you earlier. Their heart is three-chambered, right students? I told you earlier that in vertebrates, the heart can be two-chambered, three-chambered or four-chambered. Now, in amphibians, the heart is three-chambered. Their body is divided into head and trunk, right students? They live on land and lay eggs in water, right students? Because they feel unsafe about their eggs, so they lay eggs in the water, but they live on the land. Scales are absent in amphibians and mucous gland is present, right student? Scales are absent and respiration is through gills or lungs, because they are found both in water and in land, so the respiration is through gills or lungs. The examples are frog, toad, salamander, etc. So, these are the basic features of the amphibians, the animals belonging to class Amphibia, which are found both on land and in water. Basically, they live on land and they lay eggs in water, and they have three-chambered heart. They are cold-blooded, right? Scales are absent and the mucus class is present, and the respiration is through gills or lungs. Now, second we come to the class Reptilia. Students, the animals belonging to the class Reptilia are the first terrestrials. They are found on land, they are first terrestrial animals. They are also cold-blooded animals, but in comparison to the Amphibia, in which the scales were absent, in Reptilia the scales are present. Their heart is also three-chambered like that of the amphibians. But crocodile is an exception. It has four-chambered heart. Crocodile belongs to the class Reptilia, which have three-chambered heart, but it has four-chambered heart. Now students, they don't lay their eggs in water as in the case of the Amphibia. They lay eggs with tough coverings, right students? So they should be safe and do not need to lay their eggs in water like amphibians. Respiration is through lungs. In amphibians, the respiration is through gills or lungs, but in Reptilia, the respiration is through lungs. Examples are snakes, lizards, crocodiles. They all belong to the class Reptilia. So, the basic features are three-chambered heart. They live on land only, right student? But the crocodiles have four-chambered heart. They lay eggs with tough coverings and do not need to lay their eggs in the water like amphibians, and respiration is only through the lungs. Now students, we come to the next class, that is aves. The class aves, this include all the birds, right students? All the birds belong to the class aves. They are warm-blooded animals. Now, the animals belonging to Amphibia and Reptilia were cold-blooded animals, but the class Aves have warm-blooded animals. Their forelimbs are, they are tetrapods, but their forelimbs are modified into wings because they have to fly. So their forelimbs are modified into wings. They are oviparous. What does oviparous means? They lay egg. Right students? They are oviparous. Now students, in case of amphibia and reptilia, we studied that they have 3-chambered heart, but the aves have 4-chambered heart. And what is the size, the average size? The size ranges from smallest hummingbird. Hummingbird is very small in size to longest ostrich. You all know ostrich is the longest animal, longest bird, sorry. So their size, the size of aves ranges from smallest hummingbird to longest ostrich. Their feathers cover most of the body. Scales are present, right students? But scales were absent in amphibia and they are present in reptilia and aves. Teeth are also absent. Respiration is through lungs. In amphibia we studied that respiration is through gills or lungs. In reptilia it is through lungs, and in aves it is also through lungs. Example are all birds like pigeon, sparrow, crow, all belong to the class aves. Right students, I repeat, in amphibia are cold-blooded animals and reptilia are also cold-blooded animals, but the aves are warm-blooded animals. They both, amphibians and reptilia, have 3-chambered heart, but in reptilia crocodiles have 4-chambered heart, but in aves the heart is 4-chambered, 2 auricles and there are 2 ventricles. Right? Amphibians live both on land and water, but in reptilia the animals remain on land only, and in aves all the birds are included. They fly. They have feathers and their forelimbs are modified into wings because they have to fly. The scales are absent in amphibia but present in reptilia and aves. So students, and respiration is through gills or lungs in amphibians, but in case of reptilia and aves, the respiration is through lungs. So these are the basic feature of the class amphibia, reptilia and the aves. Hope you must have understood. In the next class, we will discuss the last class, that is mammalia. Right students? Till then, take care. We will meet soon in the next class. Have a nice day. Thank you.